Games Corner is a unique console-based gaming experience with 3D and LED screens, all within a comfortable atmosphere. Become a Games Corner franchisee now and bring this one-of-a-kind opportunity to your location. For more information, visit us at gamescorner.com.
Hi everyone, this is Ahmed Al-Karamli and welcome to Be Efficient TV. The mission of this web TV show is to boost the efficiency of your business and life through tips and tricks from leading experts. And today I have with me Ahmed bin Sheba, the founder and CEO of Aquafun, that operates and owns the largest water inflatable park in the world. Welcome to the show, Ahmed.
Thank you very much, Ahmed.
What's your background before Aquafun?
I think I did 18 years in events and project management. Almost 18 years of project management plus show business and music and sports. So like a very diverse setup of backgrounds that led me here.
So you worked in I noticed that you worked in several events, specifically in events in many different companies in Dubai. Flash Entertainment and others. Can you tell us more about that?
Okay, so the last thing I guess was Flash Entertainment. So purely concerts and music festivals and stuff. A lot of fun. You burn out fast. Before that I was Master Institute, so it was like more educational events. And before that I used to be also Dubai World and in the Maritime City Post. So I was doing also events through Maritime. Before that I used to be also more of Emirates Duty and Events Manager. So I was doing more retail. And before that I was doing even Global Village and Dubai Actual Festival, the Masterclass Project, so like more of a festival. So like about every different layer of events.
What is Maritime?
The Dubai Maritime City is just like a city like Dubai Internet City, Dubai Media City. So a city specific for maritime businesses. So basically my process is to research the world who has the best maritime exhibitions, go there and sell the city to bring headquarters to move to Dubai.
Which company you learned from the most?
Ooh, everyone was different. Everyone was different. But I learned the most from my business.
Why you decided to start Aquafun?
It all actually happened all together. Like I stopped working and I stopped DJing all in the same time. I had the injury in my back, slip disc. I couldn't move for 40 days. And I was faced that everything I used to be 18 years, I can't do anymore. So I had to recreate myself and stop being solid myself. And then this idea came up. So I started with a small inflatable slides for yachts, and then it evolves, and now it is this what it is.
How do you describe the transition from employee to entrepreneur?
Interesting. It was interesting. So I could say, because like nobody ever tells you how much work it would be. And that was interesting. It was like, it wasn't easy. But I took the risk, I had the guts, and I believed in myself. That was the key thing. I believed in myself. I was obsessed by the idea of actually doing it.
What would you change if you do it again?
Patience.
Patience.
It's going to be okay. Patience. Patience. Also, I should have had first two people in my company, which I didn't have till later on, which is a lawyer and an accountant. If I had these two guys from the beginning, I would have saved myself so much money and headaches.
So now you already have hired a lawyer and accountant.
3 lawyers and 2 accounting firms.
Is it because of the approvals that you have to get to install your inflatables in the sea, and that's the headache basically?
Because in the beginning, the system setup or formula of business was like, okay, we're going to rent and do temporary events. And that was a learning experience, a learning curve. Let's put it that way. It was a bad idea. We work with different developers or landowners or suppliers, and so always contracts involved. Now these contracts, always entrepreneurs want to say, yeah, we're the best, we know everything, and that's when you slip yourself disasters. Because no matter what you do or how good you are in your English, there's always this one letter and one word that will change the whole meaning of the whole contract, and then you become a slave for them. And that's what happened. Contracts are always built in a way that how do we screw the other person, not how to make it fair. which is so sad. I
Correct.
mean, you know this also. You also, I know about you.
I'm
The same
involved
situation.
with the mold, so
Yeah,
I know.
yeah. So that's the whole thing. So like, if you do not really have the contract set, because everything, like now I know that everything could be countered, everything could be negotiated, everything. And in the beginning, like, okay, fine contract, I'll sign it. Okay, let's get it done. And like that was the stupid part. I just want to get things done, which is like, it's a good and a bad thing. Like my
But still,
talk,
they have their own lawyers from their side as well. So
yeah,
some points is also still difficult. At least now you are aware before you sign what, in case you cannot change some clauses. But in
yeah,
general, sometimes some clauses they know if you ask to change it, they know that they're gonna end up with troubles with you in the future, so they don't sign.
exactly. Yeah. So all these guys, the troublemaker, leave them alone. You just
Yeah,
want somebody to be blind, sign and go. It's like, and that
yeah.
is just stupid. Yeah.
How do you go about the model? Like, do you raise capital per each for the company itself, or per each branch, or how do you do it?
So we went through it all. So at the beginning, I put my own money, and then I wanted to grow bigger because I want to take over. Because sometimes I don't believe in competition. I want to dominate things, which is a good mind thought, but then a lot of things come with it. We came in the first stages, we got money as investors and so on. And then the first project failed off, so the investors were a bit upset and so on. But then again, it's a contract. It's a business. You either make money or lose money. And sometimes investors do not understand that part. Sometimes, I mean, you know that.
Yeah.
Some things make money, some things doesn't make money. And it's not like you being a bad person. It's like, things happen that are out of control. But what I try to do is always like, either do partnerships with people, so like follow me, follow them. I have a very good connections with the factories, so they give me payment terms, so I don't have to pay the full amount all ahead in time. And sometimes I actually don't even pay nothing. Like I just start business and I pay up for my income. So like there's always, I study the forecast and stuff and make it work that way.
Which do you have other branches now, or only the one in Jumeirah Beach?
In total, 21 parks in total between Oman. Some are active all year, some active only an event, some active, half a year, 3 months. So it's always up and down. Between Oman, Saudi Arabia, a bit of Qatar, obviously UAE over the UAE, and now we're trying to expand to a next layer.
This customization of like events or like seasons is not tiring for you?
That's why we change things. So instead before I used to run after doing events, rentals. That was, if you like to go around with trucks and and drivers and do it. But then with that, we learned that return on investment is very low. There's a lot of logistics, a lot of momentum for very low return. So we stopped that. Now we have long, because in the beginning we didn't have long-term contracts, and that was a problem. Now we have long-term contracts. So now we actually can invest and do marketing to bring traffic to our parks, and we go into everybody's parks.
So you do like what, 1 year contract or 3 years?
Now we're doing like a year to 3 year contracts, and that's a really big difference from 3 months, 6 months.
And you keep it on regardless of the season.
Yeah. Because like right now, for example, we learned that there's two seasons a year. There's UAE, beautiful beaches and stuff, but it's a 7-month, 8-month season. But there's 3-4 months of nothing. Like we lose 80%, 90% of business. So instead of just keeping the games there and where inter is high, we move where it's high season. So we go to North Africa, like Egypt, Tunisia, Morocco. These areas are very active, great weather. A lot of Euros are coming from Europe, coming down to Morocco. Because a lot of people Moroccans who live in Europe come back to the country. They have Euros, they want to spend their money. So that's what we're going to do. Downsize here, move it there, and then work there in that low season here, high season there, and bring it back here. So it works out perfectly.
How do you compare between these markets in terms of legislations, the law, the contracts?
Yeah. That was the hardest part. Because like when I go anywhere, I don't go by solving me yourself, because that would be stupid. I like to always work with our partner people. So I see somebody who comes in with locations. He can provide locations. He can give me permissions. He can provide me with logistics and manpower. He can help me with marketing. So somebody who can partner with me so to do what I cannot do there. And that's why works perfect. It's like, that's what a partnership is. Be strategic partner with the people who can help you with this. They take a cut from the profits. I make money, they make money, everybody's happy, and then next year we do it bigger.
what's your notes about Dubai? Like, do you see what's the missing things in terms of the challenges for you as a business owner here?
Hmm, a lot. I mean, I personally went through so much challenges because I started a new business line that I never experienced before. So getting the government to understand the procedures, that was hard. You never know who really owns what, and you never know which permission you actually need to do and you need to do. Sometimes you waste so much time in a specific document when you actually don't need a document. Sometimes some people will rent you land that they even own, and you know what I mean. They will say, "This is our land, take it rented," and then you end up saying, "Oh, it's not your land," and then you end up chasing your tail, trying to solve up who you're supposed to pay and what is going on. So yeah, that is a very tricky part, really.
So now, like example, if you are doing it in JBR, right?
Yeah.
And the sea, as far as I understand, it should be owned by the municipality, right? Or
Government, it's about the government,
the
yes.
government. So
Yeah,
you take approval from both or from only the government, or how you do
because
that?
now we learn that all that um, there's an order for actually a rule that says all the beaches in Dubai are all open public. Only specific beaches are owned by the royalty for like the Ahas, that's it. But otherwise, all the Dubai beaches are public owned. It's public beaches, which means are owned by the government. We learned this right now. And obviously in the municipality, there's I think we went through 8 different departments to get permissions, and each department do not talk with the other department, which is next door, and we have to communicate between them together, put them in the same room to understand why we need to. So that was a lot of work. But then eventually, I mean, I think for this part, it took me almost 3 months of daily, 2 to 7 hours. I'm in the municipality following up, either personally there, or by phone calls, or by emails, or by people that I know. Eventually it got in. Eventually, I mean, it's all about persistence, and I want to do it.
So you get the approval only from municipality and that's it. You don't need the approval of, let's say, the other parties.
It's all personal. It's
But
all owned by the municipality.
that's great. That makes it way easier and I think cheaper for you as well.
Yes and no. Yes and no. There's ups and downs in that, but I mean, you live, you learn. Now we know how to get it done. Now we can do it better next time.
Great. Do you have any
So,
other plans for other projects or you're just
oh
focused
yeah,
on
yeah. This is
Equifa?
just this is, I would say, 7% of what is planned. 7%. Now this Dubai park is now the biggest one in the world. We're actually doing the Guinness record after summer, because now summer's come out. So we're doing after summer when we relaunch the park again. We're doing the actual Guinness record, and then next year, most probably, or yeah, I would say 2020, we're doing double the size of this one, literally double the size. And we're gonna get also Guinness record for that. This is one park. We have other projects in the pipeline. It's gonna be indoor projects, stuff. Again, for me, if it's not the first or the biggest, I won't do it.
Dubai mentality.
Yeah, yeah. If it's not the first or the biggest, I won't even think
How,
about it.
when
Have
you
to be.
use the Dubai logo, did you they asked you for a permission for that, or you just no
Well, that was a
problem?
very risky move that day. So I designed it because again, the Dubai Park was an inception to reality in 2 months. Exactly. Like the
Wow.
idea came, design happened. I went in, got it permission, got it set up in 2 months, and then in that time, I spoke to the DDCM and the Dubai the Dubai brand, and I showed them the project. I said, guys, I'm doing this on this date. Oh, awesome. Everything's good. We support everything. And then we launched it. And the funny thing, when we launched it, I've met 9 different PR agencies, to launch this project. And, like I had specifics of deliverables, what I wanted to get out of it. And nobody can give me the deliverables that I wanted and the budget that I wanted. So I said, you know what? Let me believe in myself here. Let me do one thing. So my father and me created a press release. I had a couple of 3D renderings, released an email, 20 emails. I remember it was at 1:25. At 2:10, we got a post in the Dubai Media Office on our park. So the Dubai Media Office launched our park, basically. Thank God about that. And from there, watch the fireworks. Phone call never stopped, interviews, media and stuff. And then these guys called me, the electricity department. How do you do this? Like, guys, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm MRRT. I love my city. I'm showcasing the world my love, my city. So come and help me, support me to grow this bigger. So if you how I did it now, I'm giving you free marketing and branding for my city. I made the biggest logo in the world. Come work with me. It's okay, fine, and then they let it go because I'm there already. And yeah, that's it really.
What's your advice to entrepreneurs in Dubai?
It's not an easy trip. You're gonna work double hours. You're gonna work triple hours. You won't sleep much. You won't become a millionaire overnight, or over 10 nights, or over 2 years. It will be a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. What I enjoy the most is the freedom to create and go out to those dreams. That's the beautiful thing about it. Be persistent, be consistent, be obsessed. Those are the three words I know.
What's your daily routine like now in work or life?
I don't have routine. I do not have routine whatsoever.
Like when you wake up in the morning to sleep, every day is different.
There's no pattern in my behavior. None. Just so weird. I wake up different hours a day. I wake up sometimes 6:30, sometimes 4:30. I wake up, prayer and go. Sometimes I wake up 7:30. Sometimes I wake up 10. Depends what's happened that day. But I'm always on. I think the last time I took a day off was, I don't know, a long time ago. Easily 3-4 years ago.
You work from home or you have office?
No, I'm never in my office. I think last year I've stayed in my office exactly 8 hours. The whole year. I've never in my office. I'm always in the move.
Do you have the accountant there or?
Yeah, I have everything's outsourced.
Okay.
Like accountant, we have some way to pay them a specific amount because my business is mainly all done on sites.
So why you need the office? Why don't you just take the license permission based on the site?
It's the law.
No. But why don't you take it based on the site? Or because it's a temporary site, they don't give you the license on it?
Temporary, yeah. That's why. Unfortunately, I would do that. But now we find ways to minimize the rent to become. Now I reduce my office from like a huge office to like a smallest possible thing that I could do. So I've saved almost, I think, 80% of rent money, which is good.
Do you recommend any startup or incubators in Dubai for new entrepreneurs?
I haven't used any personally, so I can't give you advice on that. But I've seen a lot of them coming up, which is great. Like Beehive, the SME, there's a lot of new companies coming up with that. Because like we have a lack of mentoring. We don't have like actual mentoring services. We don't have I didn't have like everything I did was all self-motivated. There was nobody telling me, yes, this is how you should do it. Like nobody told me what to do. Like I can personally say I had $3 million lessons.
And also you're doing something completely new. Like no one also only have the part experience in the events, but I mean what you are doing is really innovative and new. So you have to do it completely.
Nobody else is here. I'm the first one who actually took advantage of some things in front of us all the time. It's there. We have amazing beaches. It's like what happened. It's not like I was on the beach one day. I'm a very active guy. Like I have a Fitbit. I do easily 15,000 steps a day. I cannot sit down still. I will have the saying, you rest, you rust. That's my saying.
Is any other people try to copy you?
Oh yes, 2 companies copied me, and it was very funny because they told me after they called me, we had a meeting. Because I like to always sit down and see my competitor, instead of competing with me, let's work together because it's a small market. Instead of competing on peanuts, let's become
stronger together.
A powerhouse. Yeah, that's my. That I always believe that working together, a team is better than competing. One got out of business, and the second one, I bought the assets.
Okay, good. Because sometimes I have like some copies and they try to, they think they are smarter. However, I tell them like, come on, we make you more money. Like, we understand the business more. But some people, they just don't want to get it.
And I even like a president, I sat with them, I even gave them advice. Like I gave them what to do, when to do. I even gave them advice as if that even, because at the end of the day, you only win by giving. And I have no problem giving you more advice to avoid the mistakes that I did. I have no problem with that. I'll give it to you because in the day, I lose nothing. What, you gonna make more money than me? You're fine. No problem with me. Just money.
Okay, you are local Emirati guy.
Yes.
What's the different, like this question just now came to my mind. What's the different, let's say, do you pay less fees when you establish a company? Is there any advantage that you have or?
So I'm part of the SME. That's more medium process by Sheikh Rajab. Okay, nice. So the only difference that happens, like, I pay 10% fee for registration of the company, but that's it. That's the only thing that I could say tangibly was beneficial for me. That I paid less fees for my license registration.
So the license, when you register it, you pay only 10% of, let's say if the
For
cost is
example,
20,000 dirham,
pay
you pay
yearly
2,000.
1,200 dirhams.
How much?
1,020 dirhams, sorry.
1,000?
20 dirhams for registration, renewal of my company, which is fairly good, very good. But that's it.
Yeah, it's
But
about 10 to
I would personally
5%.
say that's the only thing that I get. Because, like, because my line of business is different. I don't do trading. Otherwise, maybe I could get more benefits and so on. I really don't get like much support when it comes to legal or like that. Because I've been facing,
This is
big
because you own the company only yourself as an Emirati, because you don't have, so it's an establishment company or LLC?
LLC. It's LLC. It's
Okay.
LLC, but comes under the SME umbrella, which gives us, some certain kind of benefits. Personally, the only benefit I've used was just paying less fees, and sometimes
And only locals can go under the SME umbrella, or?
have to be the owners and the license have to be Emiratis, but then you can be a manager in the company if you're not Emirati.
Okay, I understand. What's the systems or softwares that you use that makes your life more efficient?
Interesting. Because lately I've started changing a couple of models in the business. So now I have an online system you can buy tickets from. So I always look at Stripe. I know the payments happening or not happening. WhatsApp obviously is always key with my staff. So I know the reports. I speak to the team, and I have WhatsApp groups. So I speak to all my team, what's happening, what I need to be done, and so on and so on. Very minimum stuff. I do my checklist application. So like I'm sleeping, I wake up, okay, checklist for tomorrow morning, I do this stuff. The simple stuff, obviously the office suit. I stopped doing things first in my hand. I started delegating, because that was the hardest part, delegating. And I learned, okay, so I gave my social media to a company. I gave my account to a company. I do have Excel sheet that I put all the numbers daily of my income, and simple stuff just for me to have a track, where am I and my payments and stuff, so I know where I am, how much more we need to be doing. So
you outsource to the companies are local or somewhere?
local. Yeah, some of them local. Yeah, most of them local. Yeah, most of them local. And
you spoke about Stripe. Do you use it as payment gateway instead of like to check out? And what's your experience with it?
So far, it's easy, because what comes in. If you want a refund, it's easy swipe. It's not that bad. It's just like getting the payment back to you is just a bit of hassle sometimes, because you have to have an account, but then you find a way around it. But yeah, that's it around.
How long it took? Like, and they work with the UAE banks, like you can?
We do in PayPal.
Okay, so they pay you to PayPal, and they pay you to credit card or to account?
To an account.
To credit card. That's the problem. Account. Okay. Yeah. And how much you lose fees in this transaction? Percentage?
I think it's around in total 7%.
7%. Yeah. Okay.
But we try not to focus too much on them for the payments, because most of, I would say 90% of my payments comes cash. No credit card, no. I try to always push the customers to come pay cash at the park, which is easier for me because I can control the cash flow in my hand and immediately spend it.
How do you control the staff in terms of cash?
It's not easy. It's not easy. I have one or two very trustworthy people that I've tested so much, and I had them for too long, so like I can trust them. Like I know there's always at least a 10%, 15% that might be gone away, but that is not a big amount because I'm always daily on the beach. I'm always daily in each park. I go to each one, run hours. Like sometimes I go at night just to see if the staff is there. I go at 2 in the afternoon, I go at 4, I go at 10 in the morning, I go even before them sometimes. I'm just like to test and keep them always like on the toes. So you never know what time I'm coming. But daily I'm there. Like not finishing with you, I'm going to the beach actually.
Try to use. I started to use it now recently, and software called Hubstaff. And they can you can track location of the staff via their mobiles. However, you are in the water. I don't know. You have to have those special covers for the water, because it gives you. They can log time, and you can know their location from logging the time through the app in the phone.
Interesting. I'll check that today.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What's your number one strategy that helped you boost the business?
Always create something that is wow enough people to want to be there. Location, obviously. So like all the parks that I did always were, I spent minimum on marketing. Like the only time I started spending marketing is just now in this project, just to go one more up. But usually I will always create things that are wow enough that people want to be involved. Like create a community to something that is really awesome. And that's
so people, they see, you don't market like they see it from the beach and they just swim towards the inflatable. There's no one on the beach that promote or
no. Because again, location, like I'm in a spot that like there's at least 50,000 eyes on windows, and there's another 10,000 eyes on the beach. You can see me, and that's our purpose. We're in a place that everybody, like, I don't have to. I always say, do not be a destination. Be convenient. Destination, you have to spend too much money on people. Oh, I'm all the way there. No, be convenient. I want to be close to you, so you can just come in anytime and pop in. Is anything but 15-minute drive? You think twice about it. But only 15-20-minute drive. Okay, fine, I'll do it.
Are you opening in the kayak beach you have there, or not yet? You're working on it?
Kayak beach, I have a totally different concept. Actually, we have three different concepts there. I just want to get over the JBR thing and then move into the next one. Because I don't want to open too many in the same time. I don't want to spread myself too wide. I want to make sure everything is done properly, paid for, break even, and next one.
What's your other hobbies?
Interesting. I don't have a specific hobby that I always do. Again, I don't have a pattern. It's like, 2 months ago, I was on the desert every other weekend with my quad bikes, enjoying, flying. Next month, I'll be in the water more with my jet skis and my boats and stuff. So I don't have a specific thing. Each season have a different thing for me. So I don't have a pattern again.
So you consider yourself adventurous? I see you do lots of adventures, but you are moody. You keep changing them.
Yeah, anything. I like to always push myself out of my comfort zone. I don't like to be comfortable. When I'm comfortable, I'm worried, really worried, because like something means I'm not evolving or growing. I used to be afraid of heights. I used to be. It's my time. Now I have 617 jumps skydiving. Okay, so yeah, that's pushing that. Anything that will get me, that tingling feeling in the stomach or the adrenaline rush, I'll do. I like to speak to people. I enjoy communicating to people. I enjoy it. It makes me high. Like, I love talking. Like, I've been in 5 minutes. I've been speaking to a 3-year-old or 4-year-old, and to a grandpa, to a couple of kids, adults, and I love talking to people. It's so much fun.
Top 3 mentors.
Do you really don't. I really, like, now I just have one mentor. Like, she's my advisor, Sarah, and like, she's been, like, she kept me rooted the last 6 months that I wasn't here. But otherwise, really, it's purely self-motivation. Like, it's within me that I always like push for more. You have your ups and down days, but then it's there always.
What's the 3 factors, the most important 3 factors for success for you?
I think I just said earlier, success. Success from everybody, it changes. Is success happiness? Is it good family? Is it money? Is it like being famous? What is success? Famous, I don't want to be noticed. I want to be remembered. and it's a bit different. Like, because being noticed is easy. Anybody can be noticed. Anybody can get like that 5-10 minutes. You know, I don't want to be just known. I want to be remembered. You know,
I
I
like
used to
that.
be. Yeah, I was in showbiz for too long. I know how it is to be popular, but like, if it doesn't, I'm not gonna waste my time. You know, like I learned that time is the most valuable thing. You know, either you spend it or you waste it. I do not have to waste it. So I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't do coffee. I don't play cards. I don't watch sports. Either I'm doing something that is kinetically moving forward, or is making me evolve financially, mentally, personally, whatever it is, or I won't do it.
What's the biggest failure moment in your life, and what did you learn from it?
I don't care them failures. They were lessons.
Hmm.
It's perspective. It's really perspective. You know, you can look at anything. Oh, it's a failure, or you can look at either you lose or you learn. It's lessons. You know, like yeah, I lost. You know, I failed in so many times, but what matters is how to get up after that. Really, you know, every day I do wrong things, I do right things. You know, the idea is like how do you learn from that and do it again? Really.
What are the habits that you're trying to develop to stay efficient on your daily basis? Is there any new habits that you're working on or you changed recently?
Trying to get time in my day for myself, so I can unplug my phone and just do sports and like just like because that will de-stress, like either by just running or cycling or doing a circuit training or just do some yoga, just so I can de-stress and recharge again. Become myself. That's in my mind for the last couple of weeks. I want to do that. Checklist so I can be productive. I hate sitting down doing nothing. You know, it's like I don't want to be just there. I don't want to just exist. I want to matter.
So when you do a to-do list, how do you approach it? Like you do the most important things in the morning, the top three, or you just like whatever comes to your mind, you just put it on the list and you put the deadline for it, or how you approach it?
Bit of both. So I do the prioritized ones and I do the stuff that just need follow up there. Because like some things just okay, I need to pick up phone, call people to remind them, or just go meet people and get things done. And sometimes it's okay. I will sit down like for an hour. Okay, here's my emails. Get them all done at the same time. Move forward. I try to get things done in batches. Done. It's easier, so I don't have to go back and forth and do them together.
Which program you use for your to-do list?
I have a bunch of them. Let me just double check actually. So, you're right one. There's one called Checklist Plus, and funny enough, the notes. Funny thing, notes. I just write things like how many times at night I'll be just waking up. Okay, this came on my head. Let's write this down. Sometimes just ideas. Sometimes just dots connect together on just like things to do.
If you are too upset or depressed, like do you do sport to change your mood, or you do some other stuff? You take a walk, or what do you do?
Different things. Walk on earth. So I'm fortunate that I have my office on the beach. Take off my shoes and just walk on the beach. Discharge all that energy. Sun is always good. Funny thing, I like to shave because I do my hair myself. So that 10 minutes of just like put some good music in the background and shave is like refreshes you. Usually it works. I love my music. I got the best music in my phone, so I just like put that in and just like listen to it. And again, like being upset is a choice. You have the energy to be upset or something or not. So you can choose to be upset in this, or it bothers you or not. So it's all on you, actually. You know, you can be, or you wake up, oh, I have a horrible day, or you can not. Today is going to be a good day. You know, it's really a perspective and a choice. And the earlier you learn that, the easier life is. It's really how you take it.
How you react to it.
Yeah, it's how you react, you know.
What's the best advice that you have ever received?
Many advices, but it's gonna be okay. That's the best one.
If you have the chance to advise your younger self, what would you advise your younger self?
Patience.
Patience.
Yeah, patience. Gotta be okay, man. Patience. You get there, don't worry.
As local, like, do you go to the desert, to the desert a lot to think, like sometimes when you are under pressure, or you don't
I
like?
mean, that's very cliche because we are locals and stuff, but like,
Mm.
it really depends, really. It really depends on the mood that day. Because sometimes, okay, fine, I just get in the car and like go to Khawanis, get me a kayak tea and just drive around just for the hell of it. You know how we are. So like, it's always different. uh, different ways of approaching things, really. Like, like that. There's no one
Why,
way.
just one question came to my mind. Why the MRRT peoples are the most lovely people in terms of, like, accepting others, like having 200 plus nationalities in the same place? Why you
Yeah.
think that, like, from being from the culture, why you think that happened, or is there a reason for that, or?
It all started, I guess, from the leaders because they are role models. They show us it's okay, so we become okay. So why, if they're okay with it, why wouldn't we be okay with it? Like on my phone, I have 8,000 plus numbers right now. Exactly from everywhere in the world. Like I've been to 87 countries, and the only way I could have managed to go all these countries is because I met so much people, and that gave me an opportunity to go to them and see them in their countries and learn their cultures. Personally, I'm very always, I treat people as people. I don't care if you're white, black, where you're from. Everybody have their own story. I like to listen to them. I like to learn people as who they are, not where they're from. I always say it doesn't matter where you're from, it's who you are. And that's what's really matter for me, personally.
So you said from our leaders means that there was more resistance in the past and the people learned it over the time while living with different
Maybe, yeah, because,
nationalities?
fear and hatred is taught. We're born with love. We're not born racist. We are born with love. You teach fear. For example, at my park, the easiest example at my park, the best guests are the kids because they don't think. They have nothing. They don't understand what's fear. You go through hurdles everywhere, not worrying. If they fall in the water, so what? They fall in the water. They laugh. They get up. Adults, in the other way, they think, they analyze, and edit things, and doubt themselves, and they fall. It's like, yeah, it's water. It's not lava. It's okay. You live. It's water. Get up again. Keep going. So like that's the simple thing. Like, again, it's taught. Either hatred and all the stuff is being taught. It's like, I'm tell you, you should hate this,
Correct.
or they give their opinion to them, and that is just sad.
By the way, can you share with us some figures, like how much is it an entry fee, or there is a membership like monthly, or?
Yeah. So we started the market in total, everything, and we margin in a way that it makes sense and it's fair. So adults between 13 to adults, they pay 150. Kids from 6 to 12 pay 120. But if you're a group of 4, you pay 110. And that is an unlimited day pass. You can go in, out all day. So you come in the morning, technically, play, come back, drink, go have lunch, come back, go in, out. And the purpose of the business, like my slogan in my company is like, I'm in the business of creating happy memories. And that's the whole thing. Like, happy memories. Because like, I want you to come here with a group of people so you can experience it and have fun. That's why like I give a better rate if you come with a group. So this way it'd be cheaper for you to come in and you have more fun.
Do you sell food there as well, or they just?
We do water. We do like water because it's the best hydration. I don't sell Pepsi or something because I'm against that because it's not healthy. Because I'm trying to promote a healthy lifestyle and that's not healthy. We do phone covers for the phone, so you can actually take your phone and actually document your experience, and the laughter that you have in there. Because one thing I always guarantee, you're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh at yourself, laugh at others, laugh at your friends. You're just gonna laugh because it's fun. That's the whole thing about it.
What's your top 3 favorite books?
Funny enough, I'm not a big reader.
Okay.
I'm not a big reader. Like I love. Okay, I read my Quran. Alhamdulillah. I mean, I will read specific articles about specific things so I get the exact knowledge I want and out of it. I'll watch YouTube tutorials to learn things. Like everything in my business, I've learned really through YouTube and Google. Everything. Like I had no idea about nothing what I was doing. I was oblivious. But one thing I knew, I have this tool, and there's no excuse for me to say I don't know.
So you search whatever
Exactly.
questions you have.
There's two things I don't understand. I don't know and I can't. These two words I don't understand. I don't know, you're stupid. You have a tool in your hand. All the knowledge in the world is here. I can't is a problem with the character. So these two things I don't do.
What's your top 3 people that you're inspired by?
Inspired by. There's not one person. There's a lot of people that actually inspires me personally. A lot of people actually. My parents, because they put in me, the good-hearted and like be nice to people and be, all these principles and values they put in me. So my parents were the first thing. Of course, the leaders of the country, they have their visionary and leadership that's always beautiful. There's a lot of different people online that I watch. Gary Vee, for example, is an awesome guy. A lot of different characters that I would just I can agree with you because that's the same mindset that I have. But there's no one person that is the person that made me who I am, really. Because I'm still a working process.
What makes you really happy?
I'm very easily content and happy. Small things make me happy. I celebrate every small thing. And that's one thing I do. I celebrate every small thing. Oh, I got an awesome ticket in cinema. Yeah. Simple things. Oh, the sandwich is beautiful. Oh, beautiful chocolate. Oh, look at the kid laughing. Anything make me happy. And that's why anything makes me happy. I only big things to make me happy. Simple things.
Last question, how people can contact you?
I think the best thing is through social media. My company social media, AquaFundMe, through Facebook and Instagram, and personally through Ahmed bin Shaib.
I'll put the links under the interview, sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ahmed, for your time. Really enjoyed this interview. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. And again, I want people to come over and check out the park because it's a beautiful thing. It's an experience you've never seen before.
So guys, you have to visit and check out Aquapark at Jumeirah Beach, JBR.
Yes,
it's on the beach.
JBR,
Aquapark. The company name is Aquafun, but the park is Aquapark.
I made everything Aquafun. It's easier. It's because before we put different names, why confuse the customers? It's Aquafun. Makes sense. It's there. There's Aquafun at JBR, Aquafun at Oman, whatever. It's just simpler that way. It's the what and the where. Ooh.
Thank you so much, Ahmed. Really appreciate it. Thanks, everyone. Be efficient and stay efficient, and see you soon with another leading expert.